Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and this cute cockatiel is the newest pattern in the Funny Faces Quilt Block of the Month Club. When I say newest pattern, it is January 1st, 2022, and this pattern is going to be exclusive to members of the club until February 1st, 2022. So if you're in the club, you should have already received an email with a link to download the pattern, or you can find it in the clubhouse. If you're not in the club, you can join and you'll get this immediately, as long as it's not yet February 1st. And if it's after February 1st, sometime in the middle of February 2022, you'll be able to find this pattern in the shop at Shiny Happy World. But for now, I'm going to show you how to make it. Okay, I've got all of the pieces cut out. I've got all of the dotted lines from the paper side of the pattern transferred to the fabric side. And now I'm going to show you how we're going to put it all together. So as always, I start with the piece that has a straight cut off edge. That is where it's cropped into the square of the block. And I want to line that up with the raw edge at the bottom of the block. And on this one that I'm showing you here, it's not a raw edge because my fabric is stretching past the batting. So I'm lining it up to where I can see where the batting ends. All right, get that lined up. Next up, we are going to put the head in place. And I'm going to use this line that I transferred onto the neck to know how much I need to overlap it, the head piece. So once I cover up that line, I know that I have enough overlap that when I wash this, that raw edge isn't going to come popping out. Next up, we're going to put his crest under, and I'm not sure if you can see this. I've got a white chalk line on the crest showing where it's going to tuck under the rest of his head. Sometimes the lines are very clear for me making it, but they don't always show up on video as well. And sometimes I don't realize until I'm editing the video. So I'm going to tuck that under until those chalk lines are covered. And once those chalk lines are covered, I know I have enough overlap there. So now actually I'm going to shift this whole thing over just to get them a little bit more centered. So I'm going to push this over, get this back over. All right, now let's work on the beak. So the beak is going to tuck underneath, the beak is going to sit on top of the head. And then we've got a lower beak piece, and this line shows where it tucks under the top part of the beak. So as soon as I get that line covered, I know I've got that done well. And I'm just gonna align this. What I want is this point at the bottom of the beak to line up so it looks like a continuous line from the head. And the same thing with the point at the top of the beak. That's going to, this line, this curve here is going to come right into that point. And that just makes the beak look like it's growing very naturally out of the head. And then we've got a shoulder. And that just goes right where I've got it marked. And an eye. And that goes where I've got that marked. And then those cockatiels have rosy, rosy cheeks. And I've got that marked again. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's white chalk on the light yellow, but it's pretty easy to place. It just goes right there in his cheek. All right, now I'm going to take this over to my ironing board, fuse that in place, and then I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and do all of the outline stitching. And then I will bring it back here and show you the finished block and also show you some other color variations that I did. All right, here's that cockatiel all finished. Just a couple of quick notes about the fabric that I used, because when I forget to mention it, I always have people asking. This background block is from the Rainbow Sherbet Solids fabric bundle, and the fabrics on the bird are from the Rainbow Brights, the dark and light shades of the colors, and then all of these shades of gray are in the Warm Neutrals fabric bundle. So this is a cockatiel in fairly realistic colors, and I made a couple more also in realistic colors, but using different fabrics so you can see what a difference that makes. So here's one of them. Same basic fabric colors, lighter yellow on the head, darker yellow on the very floofy crest, same dark gray, lighter gray shoulders and lighter gray beak, same pink cheek, but it looks very different. This one is done in batiks. The background block is from the Muted Rainbow fabric bundle, and all of these are from the Neutral Batiks bundle and the Rainbow Bright, or the Rainbow Batiks bundle. Just gives a very different look, that kind of soft dappled look to all of the colors instead of a printed pattern on it. And I've got another yellow and gray one. So this one is printed fabrics, but it is different again. This one uses my two favorite bundles to pair together. These guys are from the Gingham Play bundle, and these guys are from the Dots bundle. And I just love how they work together. The colors work together. This enabled me to get, again, like a lighter shade of head and a slightly darker crest. Still though, yellows and grays. I've got one more. I'm calling this guy a purple crested cockatiel. It is totally imaginary. There is no such thing as a purple crested cockatiel, but I wanted to do it and I think it's really, really cute. So this one uses fabrics from these guys are from the Rainbow Brights bundle, and these little thin stripes are from the Stripes fabric bundle, the Little Stripes fabric bundle. So this is just to show you, you can make any kind of bird you want to make. It doesn't have to be realistic cockatiel colors. You could get into your scraps and really make some fun fantasy cockatiels as well. So that is the cockatiel pattern for the Funny Faces Quilt Block of the Month Club for January 2022. I'll be back next month with a new pattern. I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World. I'll see you next month.